What is up guys, I'm Deadweight Design and today we're going to be turning Pokemon into badge designs. More specifically one Pokemon, my favourite Pokemon,
the best Pokemon of all time,
Charizard. Argue if you will, I really think Charizard is the best. He's a damn dragon man, but honestly, take this opportunity to tell me your favourite Pokemon down in the comments. I know a lot of people are a fan of Pikachu too, Bulbasaur. Who's the other one? Squirtle. How did I forget? I love those games. Anyway, I grew up with Pokemon and occasionally I'll still play them to this day. I kind of felt like the Pokemon deserved to be on the badges sometimes. Don't get me wrong, the badges look pretty damn cool anyway, but I wanted to take Charizard, turn him into his very own badge design. Let's jump onto the iPad and let's get started.
So first off, I'm going to be laying down a base sketch for the design. It just really helps make it take form later down the line. I'm using Procreate for this on the iPad, and after I have done the base sketch, I'll ink it and colour it, ready to put into Illustrator. Now, once I've dropped it into Illustrator, I'm going to half the illustration. This just makes it much easier because if I just do one half, I can duplicate it later down the line and merge it, creating a perfectly symmetrical and accurate illustration. The reason I take it into Illustrator rather than just using it in Procreate is so that I can actually vectorize the illustration. Let's say I wanted to turn this into a real Pokemon Gym Badge. Well, that would be the way I would do it. Anyway, as you can see, I'm just going to lay in some lines and go from there, really. I'm going to be laying in outlines and then individual lines for a little bit of detail on the inside sections of the badge. So at this stage, I start to block in some colour. Now the outlines are done. It looks a little bit messy right now, but once the colour has been filled in and I start to rearrange the layers, then you'll see that it tidies everything up quite nicely. So as you can see, I'm just literally colour picking from my original illustration to make sure I get those colours right and filling them in, and also here just smoothing some of the line work as well and deciding on perhaps some alternative brushes depending on how I want the line to taper as it goes along. As it's going to be a gym badge, for example, it's probably not going to be a lot of tapering in the lines, especially when it comes to like badge manufacturer, but I still want a little bit of variance here and there just to add that element of depth. And now we're at the stage where we get to duplicate the design and basically reflect it and merge it. And once you start merging it, you'll see that it takes away those center lines and makes it look a lot more smooth. And I also wanted to add a few shadows to this, as if the light is coming over from the left-hand side of the badge. Again, just to add a little bit of depth to the design overall. I'm also going to add some highlights just to reinforce that notion. So one of the final things I want to do in Illustrator is add a drop shadow, just as an added effect, just to again increase that depth overall. And once we're done in Illustrator, we take it back into Photoshop. No, into Photoshop for the first time, where I'm going to add some shadows and some highlights as well. And also you'll see me adding some pinpoint highlights to certain areas of the badge. And really what I wanted to do here was just create almost like a dome effect over the actual illustration to make it look like it had maybe like a gel overlay, like some badges do, which will give it a little bit more protection against the elements as you're adventuring around the Kanto region. At this point, I just wanted to add some texture, so I pulled out one of my texture brushes and played around a little bit. Also, reduced the transparency on one side, just to make it look like it had almost like a tonal effect on it from where the badge was printed. Last but certainly not least, let's add a background to this design just to make it pop a little bit. I also made this back image grayscale, black and white, just so the actual colours of the badge popped out a little bit more. And totally accidentally, it does add sort of a smoke effect to the top of the badge as the volcano in the background image is erupting and the glow sort of merges into that.
There you have it, guys. Charizard now has his own gym badge. And if you like watching me create this, then please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button and turn along notifications so you can see the next time I upload a video. Guys, I like to focus on art challenges, creating fan art stuff, and sometimes teaching you something. I hope you enjoyed this anyway, guys. Until next time, take care.